Hi, my name is Nina G, and I'm so glad that you've decided to join me in this chair yoga video. Today's practice uses slow, repetitive movements led by the breath to help bring us into a meditative state. It allows us to be fully present, and we know that that sense of presence can be very powerful. Grab your chair and join me. For today's practice, I thought I'd change things up a bit, and I brought out a blanket instead of my block. And you know, the blanket is infinitely adjustable. This could also be a towel, a beach towel, something like that. So I folded it up, and then look, my feet can connect to the earth. No matter how tall you are, you can just adjust it so that you feel very comfortable here. I like this. So it's supporting my feet today. I'm sitting back in my chair, and I'm going to turn my palms up and just slow down and even out the breath. So I really want to bring my attention to my breath. Notice it as it enters and leaves the body. And check in with sensations throughout the body, noticing any areas that might need our special attention today. Notice how the breath is. See if we can even it out and perhaps let it just come a little bit slower. No hurries today. And then we're going to bring our palms together and bring those thumbs to the third eye, thinking about peace in our thoughts, peace in our thoughts. And then bring thumbs to the sternum, peace in our hearts. And we'll release those hands back down to the lap. Let's turn our head and look to the right. You can keep eyes open or closed. And then to the left. And return the head to center. Let's take a loop with those shoulders. And then we'll slide forward to the edge of the chair. And at this point, I'm going to move my blanket out of the way so that my feet can connect directly with the earth. So I'm sitting forward, both sitting bones are on the edge of the chair, and I feel very stable here. With my hands on my lap, I'm going to take an inhale and get taller, and then as we exhale, I'm going to round the spine, let the shoulder blades separate, drop the chin. Push into the feet, inhale, sit up tall. You might want to lift the sternum a bit. And exhale, round. Coming into our cat pose. Push into the feet, come on back up. Cow. So take your time, work with the breath. Allow the breath to get slow and even, just as we've been practicing. And after your next exhale, we'll just come back to that nice tall spine, and release those arms down alongside your body. Now we're going to come to our even breath again, and as we move this time, we're going to take our arms up to like a T shape. So both arms are going to come up to a T shape, palms are down, and then we're going to release them back down on the exhale. And we'll do 5 breaths like that. So still working with that slow and even breath. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale. Take your time. Your breath might be faster or slower than mine, and that's fine. Last one. Now the next 5 breaths that we're going to take, we're going to turn the palms up and take it to more of a V shape, going within your range of motion. Then turn the palms down on the exhale. Two more. Keep your mind here with the breath, with the movement. Notice how the arms have to move a little bit faster, or maybe the breath is getting a little bit slower. Both will work. Now for this next round of breath, it's just one breath. We're going to take the arms straight up into the letter I, and we're going to stay here. So these could be super straight arms, or they could be bent elbows, but we have a nice tall spine, and I'm calling this the letter I. Breathe here. Maybe on the inhale you sit a little taller, and on the exhale you could soften the elbows a little bit. Now on our next inhale, we'll reach up, get as long as we can, and then we'll lean to the right. Lean to the right, side body stretch. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, come back to center. And as we exhale, we'll go in the other direction. And then inhale, come back to center. Let's lift the sternum, lift the gaze. The arms might separate a little bit of a back bend in that upper back. And then straighten out the spine. Bring the palms together. Thumbs come down to third eye. Peace in my thoughts. Thumbs come down to heart. Peace in my heart. Release the hands to the lap. Look to the right. And to the left. And just come back to center. Check in with how the body feels. Okay. Now, let's move to the lower body and the core this next round. What we'll do is we'll inhale. Let's inhale and prepare. And as we exhale, let's lift up the right heel. Push down with the right hand. So I have this dynamic tension happening between my hand and my right thigh. And this is such a dynamic tension that if I were to slide my hand off to the right, see, it falls down and my knee comes up. So there is a tension here, and we know that our core is helping us to stay here. And then we'll release that. Let's try on the other side. Let's take an inhale. As we exhale, we'll bring that belly button back. The core muscles are supporting the spine. Heel comes up, hand pushes down. Sit up taller. And then let's release it back down. And just check in with how that feels. So it is work. There is work happening here, for sure. Let's see what happens. Let's take our right arm up now. Maybe a cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, arm comes down, lift up heel. Push up and down simultaneously. And then we'll inhale, let the heel go down, let the arm go up. Exhale, just float the hand down. Let's try the other side. Inhale, left arm up. As we exhale, we'll lift up left heel, bring left hand down to the thigh. And then we'll inhale, reach up the arm, let the heel go down. Exhale, just float that arm back down to your lap. So we can stay there. We can keep the arms just down on the lap. That's fine. Or we can come to the long arm. Let's give that a try. Inhale, right arm all the way up. As we exhale, we'll bring that hand down. Push up with the thigh, down with the hand. Inhale, arm goes up, heel goes down. Exhale, float the arm down. Try the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lift up left heel, push down with left hand. Inhale, heel goes down, arm goes up. And float it down. And pause and check in with sensations there. And then we have the option to change up the legs here. So you can stay here with the heel lift, or you might decide to lift up the whole foot off the ground. Let's just practice the leg part. You can bring your hands down. Take an inhale. As we exhale, think about that core, those core muscles coming back to support the spine, and we lift up the knee. And then inhale, put it back down. Try the other side. Exhaling, lifting up that thigh. Inhale, put it back down. Now we'll add the arms in. Let's try it. Start with the right side. Inhale, reach the right arm up. As we exhale, the arm floats down, the thigh floats up. Inhale, arm goes back up, foot goes down. Exhale, just float the arm down. Do the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thigh lifts, arm comes down. Inhale, arm up, foot down. And exhale, float that arm down. And pause and notice sensations. Yeah, you're probably noticing some sensation in the thighs, but also in the core. Let's stay for one more breath here. And now let's move to standing. Okay, I've moved to standing, and you see that my chair is kind of in the middle of my workspace right now. And that's because we're going to use it as a prop soon. Now, we can start standing behind the chair if you like, but I'm going to step out to the side just so you can see me. Let's bring our feet parallel, and we're coming into our mountain pose, shoulders down from the ears. Get a little bit taller. Take an inhale, and exhale, let those shoulders get soft. And then with the eyes open or closed, let's turn the head to the right, and very slowly back to the left. And then return to center. We're going to do those arms that we did before, starting with the T, but this time 4 breaths. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale. And you might decide to come up onto the toes with the inhale. So lifting the heels on the inhale. And lowering on the exhale. And these next 4 breaths will be the V breath, turning the palms up, coming into the letter V. Lifting and lowering the heels is still an option. Last one. And now we're going to take those arms long and overhead. I call this the letter I. So your elbows could be bent, you could be in a cactus, but we have this nice tall spine, and we're thinking just staying right here. Now, on our inhale, we can reach a little taller. Exhale, maybe soften elbows, soften heels. Or if your heels are on the ground, that's fine as well. Just reach through the arms. And then reach up. We're going to lower just the heels down. So let the heels land, get a little bit taller, and let's lean over to the right. Stay here and breathe. And then come back to center, and we'll lean to the left. Return to center. Open those elbows wide. Sternum lifts, chin lifts, gaze lifts. We have this little back bend in the upper back. And then we're going to straighten out the spine and bring the palms together, thumbs to third eye. Peace in our hearts, peace in our thoughts, peace in our hearts. And release those arms down alongside the body. Pause and check in with sensation. Now we basically did the same thing, but we did it standing. There was repetition there, a little bit of novelty because we were standing. We added in the heel lift. Just some ways to keep us fully present. Now is when we step to the side of the chair. as a reminder, you want a chair that has 4 legs on the ground, no wheels, no casters. And I can use this side just to keep my hand help with balance. So I've got my hand here to help me with balance. The leg that is next to the chair is the standing leg. The arm that's on the chair is going to help to support you. Now, let's start to have fun with that other move we did using our core. We'll inhale, take that outside arm up, and as we exhale, we'll bring the arm down, lift the thigh, make that connection. So I'm pushing down into my thigh, lifting up with my thigh. If I were to miss the midline, whoop, see what happens? That thigh is coming up, I'm pushing it up, I'm pushing down simultaneously. Stay here, see how this feels. And then put that leg down. You can reach that arm up and then just come on back down. Pause for a moment, see how all that sits with you. We're gonna do it again. When you're ready, inhale, take that arm up. And as you exhale, lift up the thigh, push down with the hand, up with the thigh. Stand up a little taller. You can start to play, if you want, with releasing that hand from the chair. Only if you want to, it's not necessary. And then we'll put that foot down. You can take that arm up. Take a breath, check in with how that feels. And let's go to the other side. So I'm just gonna step behind my chair and come over to the other side, and you should do the same, right? So we need to get to the other side. I have my hand on the chair. The leg next to the chair is my supporting leg. When we're ready, I'm gonna inhale, take that outer arm up. And as we exhale, I lift up the thigh, push down with my hand up with the thigh, stand up taller. Notice these muscles coming back to help support you. And then we're gonna reach that arm up, let the leg go down, float the arm down. We'll do it again, don't worry. Okay, inhale, take the arm up. As we exhale, we lift up the thigh, we push the hand down, get taller. And this is a point where you might decide, hey, I think I can pick my fingers up or my arm. Do whatever you want. Maintaining this tension between thigh and arm. And then let the leg go down. Let the arm reach up. Float everything back down. Shake it out and notice how you feel. And let's step back to the first side. So we're going back to our first side. Now I'm going to turn my chair at an angle so that you can see me a little better, but you don't need to move your chair. Just go back to the first side. We're standing next to the chair. We're doing exactly the same thing. Make sure you have a little space behind you. When you're ready, that leg next to the chair is your supporting leg. The arm next to the chair is your supporting arm. We'll take that outside arm up on the inhale. And as we exhale, we pick up the thigh, push the hand down. So we've got this tension again. We're getting taller. Breathing here. And now we're going to start to hinge forward a little bit. Reach that foot back. Do whatever you want with your hands. Put the toe down. Put the heel down. Front knee is bent. Here we are in our warrior one. Right there. Once you've found your foundation and you have room for both of those legs and your hips and everything feels comfortable, release those arms down by your side. We're going to come back to that breath where we made the letter T. 3 breaths this time. We'll inhale and exhale. Now 3 breaths to the letter V. Let's take it to the letter I. Elbows bent at any level, however you want them to be bent. Make sure your shoulders are happy. Push down into that back foot. Let's lean towards the chair. Push down into the back foot, reach out through that top hand, feel a nice side body stretch. And come back to center. Lift the sternum, lift the gaze, maybe the arms separate a little bit. And then straighten out the spine, bring the palms together again, thumbs to third eye. Thumbs to heart. Step your back foot forward. Come back to mountain pose, stand up tall. Turn to the right and to the left. And back to center. Notice sensations within the body. Notice how you feel. Now you're going to step to the other side. I'm going to move my chair. And I'm standing next to it. My leg next to my chair is my standing leg, and my arm next to my chair supports me. When you're ready, we'll inhale. Take that outside knee up, outside arm up. And as we exhale, we'll bring that hand down, pushing up on the thigh, down on the hand. And then I'm going to shift forward. I can release my arm at any point. Put the toe down, the heel down. My front knee is bent, and I'm in my warrior one stance. Warrior one, back heel down, front knee bent. 3 breaths to the letter T. When you're ready. Three breaths to the letter V. And now we come to that letter I, reaching the arms up, softening the shoulders. Here's our warrior one. Push down into that back heel, lean over towards the chair, in the direction of the chair. Return to center. Let's bring those palms together. Let's open the arms first. A little bit of a lift in the upper back. And then we'll bring those palms together, down to third eye, thumbs to heart center. We'll step forward, and we'll turn to the right and to the left. And come back to stillness and just check in with how all of that feels. How is that setting with the body? I'd like you to step behind your chair now. I'm going to turn mine again so that we can see. We're going to take it into a little supported downward facing dog. This works great at a countertop as well. I'm looking at the back of my chair now. I'm going to soften into my knees and I'm going to step backwards. Now, I can keep my arms long. See how my hips are behind my knees, so I've got this nice long spine. Or I might decide to stack my forearms on the back of my chair and let my forehead rest on back of my forearms. Both are good. Find out which one is better for you. And feel that sense of symmetry, left to right, coming back into the body, right? Everything's going back in alignment now. And then we'll soften into the knees and begin to walk forward towards the chair, lifting up the upper body. And then step away from the chair. We're going to do our tree pose next, and for support you might want the wall behind you, so that's what I would use rather than a chair. I think the wall behind you is going to offer more support. Keep that in mind. You might want to make your way to a wall. And we'll bring those palms together and thumbs right at that sternum. Give that a try. I'm going to shift my weight into my right leg, bend the left knee, and open that thigh out to the side. Right now, my toes are on the ground and my heel is on my ankle. Heel is on my ankle. So right here, right now, I'm in a tree pose. And you can stay right here. We're going to take about 5 or 6 breaths here. Or you might release those arms down and we'll come 2 breaths into T. Two breaths into the letter V. And we'll take our arms up into that letter I. Stay here. Bring the palms together, thumbs to third eye, thumbs to heart. Right back where we started. Release the knee forward, step out of the pose. Now you might want to shake out your standing leg, you might want to shake out the other leg, you might want to wiggle the hips, shake out the arms. It's all fun, do it all. And then we'll do the other side. The palms come together, the thumbs come to the sternum. What is this telling us? It's the middle of the body. My weight's going to shift into my left leg. I bend the right knee. As soon as my weight goes over, this heel gets light. And then I just open that thigh out to the side. Now, I can rest my back on the wall, no problem. Or I can engage my core and come away from it. So that's why I love using the wall as support in this pose. Once you get there, find balance. You can stay right here. Or you might release those arms down. Remember, we're doing 2 breaths. First to the letter T. Two breaths to the letter V. And then let's make our way up to the letter I. Bring those palms together, thumbs to third eye. Thumbs to heart. Release the arms down, turn the knee in. Release, shake everything out. Shake things out, wiggle, jiggle. And then come back to stillness. Let's turn the head to the right. And to the left. And come back to that stillness. Now we're going to make our way back to our chair now. Once we're back in our chair, we're going to sit towards the edge. So I'm not using my blanket yet. I'm just going to do a little twist here with those arms open wide. Almost, it's a gesture of both giving and receiving, right? I'm sharing my compassion with you, and then you're going to share it back with me, and I'm going to bring it into my body. So it's just a real gentle twist. This is our inhale, and as we exhale, I'm going to take right arm across to left shoulder, and then let the inhale bring me back to center. And as we exhale, left arm comes across to right shoulder. Inhale, and exhale. Slow it down, even it out. One more on each side. Come back to center. Again, pausing in that gesture of both giving and receiving. And let those arms come down to your lap. And then we're going to slide to the back of our chair. So this is where I'm going to grab my little blanket again, my rolled up blanket, so that my feet connect to the earth. I'm going to scooch my body back. Let the palms be up in my lap. Soften or close your eyes. You might just stare at a spot on the floor with real soft eyes. It's all good. Check in with the breath again. And check in with sensations throughout the body. We did a lot with the arms and shoulders, the upper back. We did a lot with our core. And there was a lot with our feet and ankles to help us with balancing. We did a lot of good balancing today. So notice how all of that feels. And then if the eyes are closed, let's open them. Let's turn the head to the right and to the left. And back to center. We'll move our bodies towards the edge of the chair again, bringing feet to the floor, moving that prop out of the way. We're going to do our T and V and I breath one more time. This time only one breath. When we inhale, we come to T. Exhale, release. Take it up to the letter V. And release. And let's take it all the way up to that letter I. Stay here, soften the shoulders, sit up taller. Let's lean to the right. Can't go as far when we're sitting down. Come back to center, lean to the left. Come back to center, lift the sternum, lift the gaze. And then straighten out the spine, bring palms together, bring thumbs to third eye. Peace in our thoughts. Bring thumbs back down to the sternum. Peace in our hearts. And release those hands back down into your lap. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take this peaceful feeling with you and share it with all who need it. Stay well, my friends. I'll see you next time.